Hey everyone, welcome to I Just Watched. Today we're talking Artemis Fowl. And, well, before I get my opinion, hopefully you like this video because you hit that like button, you click subscribe to stay tuned to see more of our shenanigans. We took that right hook from the Sunkist situation and it knocked us all over the place globally.
Sunkist is no joke.
Yeah, hey, that's Sunkist. Sunkist smack hard, okay? And then, a bunch of other stuff happened. And, people writing. World is crazy right now. So it's been a while, but we're glad to be back. So to try to get back situated. And I wish I could say that I was glad about the movie we were about to talk about. But before I give my details and do all that, I'm going to let Eric go because he's the one who actually read the book. The series, actually, I should say. One thing I can say is that I'm extremely glad we did not go see this movie in theaters.
Oh, hell no.
Because then I would have been even more upset at the fact that we...
Because we wasted money.
Like, yes, but like movie ticket money, because that's a vibe.
Like Dolby almost.
Yeah, like because when Eric described, basically gave me a synopsis of the entire series, I was like, bro, this is amazing. This is dope. I can't wait to see it. And then what we got is what we got, and I mean...
Yeah, because
I've never felt so disrespected in my life.
Like I'm a big fantasy, nerd, and I like fantasy books and everything. And I've read Artemis Fowl since I can't fucking remember. Probably in high school. But
76.
Yeah, since 76, the summer of 76. But no, the series is great. It's a great series about just about a kid who's trying to save his dad from a mafia. And I mean, it gets more in the books. Like if you've read the books, then you understand my pain watching this garbage of a movie. How Disney just basically butchered it. They took just bits and pieces of the source material and changed everything.
Drastically too, like
very drastic.
I didn't even read the books, and just watching it after knowing just like the main characters like Holly or Commander Rue or Butler, just like knowing how they're described on paper, and then seeing them here, I'm like. Not intimidating, whack, extra whack, boring. I want this kid to die. Like I was just, you know what I mean? Because I like the idea of like they're all fairies, but then they just start categorizing each fairy. Like I was getting into it.
Yeah, and see, like the series itself is for young adults. There you go. It's a young adult series, So you would expect the series to be like PG-13 at the best, if it was ever adapted into a show or a movie, and. When I heard that Disney was making this movie, I was at first worried, but I was still, I was like, you know what? Let me give them a shot. Clearly, never giving Disney a shot ever when it comes to young adult series.
Nah. And then recently, it's not super recently, but like the last few movies that they made based off of source material, personally have been all whack. It goes from A Wrinkle in Time. What was the other one? The
Nutcracker and the Four Seasons.
Was it really?
Yes, it's literally what it's called.
I thought it was Four Realms.
Four Realms. I don't know why I kept saying Four Seasons. It might as well be Four Seasons.
You're right.
Nobody cares about that movie.
And then now Artemis Fowl. And the one I was most excited for was Artemis Fowl. Wrinkle in Time had my attention with the trailers and stuff, and then it came at me and then slapped me in the face and made a hard left, and I was like,
it was such a boring movie. It literally almost put me to sleep.
And then we were sitting here watching Artemis Fowl, like, all right, cool, you know what, it's out, let's watch it. And we were sitting there trying to find something about it that was redeeming or enjoyable, but I mean, the story was whack, the characters were whack.
As the movie progressed, I got angrier and angrier and angrier.
Yeah, there was never a point where I was like, that's redeemable. And it sucks because I know you do, we both enjoy Colin Farrell. He was in there for about 2 minutes, and those are the only 2 minutes that where I was like, okay.
Disney decided to baby this movie way too much.
Way too much.
I understand. Like they wanted this film to be more for children, and I can see, you could see it as you watch it. When the whole series isn't for children.
No.
It's for young adults. It's for teenagers basically.
Yeah.
Who can read that stuff. But
and then on top of that, you think they take in consideration when these came out. So the kids who read these when they came out are now adults.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because
exactly.
It came out roughly when we were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you killed it. So imagine the real fans who read it growing up. You know what I mean? They're like, cool, I want to see what we read, and they're now in their mid-20s. You know what I mean?
I mean, to give examples of what they actually did was just for one, they recast, not recast it, but they basically just gender swapped Commander Root.
Yeah.
And in the series, he's always chewing a cigar, and apparently since they made it into a children's film, they couldn't do that. They couldn't show any type of smoking or anything like that. And Butler didn't have a gun, which made me upset because he's supposed to always carry a 6-saw.
Yeah, it's accustomed to him. It was, when he described it, reminded me of like Hellboy with his big old cannon.
I didn't mind that they casted a black person. I don't mind that. I don't even care about that. But he just didn't fit the part. He wasn't big enough. He wasn't intimidating. He wasn't big enough.
It was because the dude's actually a really good actor.
He's a in the books he's a badass, and in the movie they made him into a little punk.
Yeah, they made him a joke more than anything, and he just wasn't intimidating. And I was like, this dude is supposed to be a savage. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to go toe to toe with a troll and stuff like that. And I was like, this dude is kind of whack.
And then they changed the whole fact that Artemis Fowl dad is not a criminal mastermind. He's not a criminal mastermind.
Yeah.
Basically went through this whole like thing where they're just protecting the fairy folk. Their families been protecting. I hated that because you rewrote everything about what the story is. Yep. I don't know how the author, I can never pronounce his name, Aeon Colfer. I can't pronounce his name. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But the author for the books, I don't know how he felt about this rendition of his
story.
Because if I was him,
I'd
be pissed.
Oh, without a doubt,
this movie was garbage.
Without a doubt.
Like if I wanted to say something positive about this whole entire film, it'd probably just be scenery. Okay, the manor actually looked like manor. Okay, congratulations, you got a big house. I guess maybe the underworld, well not the underworld, but basically the fairy world. The fairy world. I mean that was okay. Oh my god, that Mulch Diggums.
Bro, dude, like it was just I don't know what it was.
They made him talk like I hated that they used him, the actor. I don't know his name, but he was Olaf.
Olaf.
Yeah, they made him narrate the whole entire story.
Yeah,
which got boring real quick and annoying real quick.
His job was literally to give us exposition, just like so this happened and then this happened. And while it's happening, they were showing us, and I was like, dude, I can just watch this, right?
I mean, I can go on how bad the movie was. I can go on how, like, everything, like, characters and story and how basically the plot just got changed completely. The movie in general is garbage.
It's whack.
It doesn't even deserve to even exist, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
and the fact that they were trying to lead this up into a sequel should never be done. Yeah. Never. Disney should not waste their money on that anymore because clearly they failed.
Or our time, damn it.
Mm-hmm. A good thing you said was what they should have done is given it to their other studio, 20th Century Fox.
Yes.
They would have made a perfect PG-13. Granted, Fox is kind of whack, but now that they're under the Disney umbrella, maybe
now that they're under the House of Mouse, man.
But I mean, but you literally have a studio where you can make R-rated movies and PG-13 movies without
any backlash to the Disney name.
Exactly. And Disney overall, I think it's Disney's fault. Disney's fault for making it into a child film when it should have been at least a PG-13 young adults film.
Oh, 100%. I agree. And
it should have been Hunger Games.
It was, at the very least.
A Maze Runner.
At the very least. And
Harry Potter, fucking goddamn it.
And what made me upset is like at the very end, he's walking to the helicopter and he goes, I'm a criminal mastermind. I was like, bitch, you didn't do nothing.
You're not a criminal mastermind.
And then like I found out because Eric, like the mom is alive and then you see the main bad guy is this female. I was like, dude, that's going to end up being the mom. They're trying to do some stupid family twist. I was like, this is going to be whack. And it was just... Like you said, we can go on and on about why we disliked it. I mean, I felt like that movie lasted like 5. We kept pausing it to do something else because we just couldn't. Because we just couldn't.
We couldn't. I wanted to just turn it off, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna push through it. I want to see where it goes. Literally, waste of my time.
It was whack.
Disney should take it away from the streaming service.
Bro, yeah, dude. If they want to ban anything from the streaming service, ban that bougie film.
Oh my god.
All right, bring me Song of the South. I'd rather watch that.
And this is crazy. I hate Wrinkle in Time and I hate the Nutcracker.
The Seasons.
Yeah, the Seasons one. I'd rather watch those two before I can watch this
100%. Because also I was more invested in this one, like emotionally. Because when you described it, I was like, oh my God. Then I watched it. I was like,
if you haven't watched the film, don't watch it.
Hey, don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Unless you have kids and you want them to shut the fuck up for a minute and let them watch it, then go ahead. But if you generally want to know more about this world, I recommend reading the books. There's a total, don't quote me on this, it might be a total of 7 books. I've only read all the way to 6, so I haven't read the last 2. Or like 7 or 8, I can't remember. But I haven't read 2 books. But I recommend reading the book series. If you don't want to read the book series, they also have graphic novels, which basically are kind of verbatim to what the series is.
Just with pictures.
Hey, with pictures, and it's great art. You know, it's really well done. And like, I'd rather
Bro,
watch that than the movie.
Bro, seeing the graphic novels artwork for these character designs from the descriptions from the books, and then watching it here, I'm just like, y'all just didn't read these books.
Also, Holly was a child. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep on ranting. But
yeah, no,
Holly was a child. I was like, nah, that's a grown woman elf.
Dude, and then they try to be like, well, you know, I know you're 84, and I was like, no, bitch, like, no, you're not funny here. Like, no, it'd be funny if she was a grown ass elf who was like 84 and she looked young. Exactly. Instead of this 12-year-old who's 84. I don't need all that. I have Baby Yoda who's 50. All right, I'm good.
Exactly. I don't need nothing else. This movie is characters.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Story,
plot garbage.
Yeah.
Story garbage.
Pure, bro.
Oh yeah, no, everything.
But I mean, our semi system, but I'd say this is terrible.
Oh, this is beyond terrible. If this had a different rating, this deserves a different rating just because how bad it was.
That's exactly.
It's beyond redemption. It is.
Don't watch it.
The scum of the scum.
Yeah, dude. This is almost as bad. Like, I feel like this is as bad as Avatar: The Last Airbender by M. Night.
I've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I never will.
Don't watch
that film.
It's
never.
bad. It's horrible.
Never.
It makes me sad.
Oh my god.
Especially because the show's so good. But I digress. But no, ladies and gentlemen. Have you seen it? Are you gonna watch it? Do you have Disney Plus? Let us know down below in the comment section. Want to hear your thoughts on the movie? Did you read the books? Maybe the graphic novels? What do you think of Disney's version of it? Again, let us know down below. Definitely want to hear from you. Until next time, adios.
Goodbye.